Welcome to the Grade 9 Course Selection presentation. This presentation is for all Grade 9 students who will be choosing courses for Central Peel for next year. Before we begin the content of that presentation, just wanted to let you know some students have been asking about course changes for semester 2. And we have completed all of our course selections. Many of them were completed at the beginning of Quad 2, and there will be no more course changes for this school year. There are a few exceptions, and these are critical timetable issues. That includes a changing of the program pathway or levels of difficulty. If you're missing a prerequisite for a course, you already have achieved the exact same credit that you're registered to take in semester 2, or you are missing a course. It looks like you have a spare, you know you're not supposed to have a spare, likely you're on a wait list, and we will be accommodating those changes. So today we're going to talk about your choices for grade 10. As you are aware, you have compulsory credits you need to accomplish in order to earn your high school diploma. This list is available here in this presentation, as well as in the course calendar on the Central Peel website. The additional credits sometimes are confusing for students. So we have group 1, 2, and 3. Generally, I would advise students not to stress. They tend to get them done in grade 11. However, you can start looking ahead and figure out if you are going to achieve these additional credits. My blueprint is a great way to figure out if you're clicking off your additional group requirements. Also, you require the successful completion of the grade 10 literacy test, which you will take in the spring of grade 10, and completion of 40 hours. Just a reminder, what counts as community service or your 40 hours? It needs to be a nonprofit organization that you're working with. So tutoring agencies do profit. Most of the tutoring agencies in our area are making a profit, and they're therefore not a good option for doing your 40 hours. Another example I give is lawyers and accountants sometimes allow students to do some filing for them, but again, they profit by not having to pay a worker. You are displacing a worker, someone who could be making money. So therefore, you have to be careful. Make sure it is a nonprofit organization that you are working with. So in grade 9, it's in the distance. However, you can start thinking ahead and do some research now. So if you're thinking you're going to be attending university after high school, you'll be gearing towards grade 12, having 6 grade 12 U, which is university or M level courses so that you can apply to any Ontario university. College, it's very specific, your prerequisites, and you can research that on ontariocolleges.ca. And apprenticeship, the opportunities are endless for apprenticeship, and you can find out more information on apprenticesearch.com. So in grade 10, we consider you to have 5 compulsory subjects: English, math, history, science, and then civics and careers. I will show you in my blueprint when you choose your courses for civics and careers, they are each half a credit, making up 1 full credit. Then you have 3 optional courses in the arts, French, social science and humanities, business studies, health and phys ed, or tech. If you're in one of our regional programs, there are certain courses you must take. AP, you must take the history, English, math, and science at the pre-AP level, and French is optional. Civics and careers, again, is compulsory. Plus, you're looking to take 2 optional courses if you are taking French, or 3 if you're not taking French. For strings, you need to make sure you're picking the right level of playing. So we know that you're going to pick AMS 2, but is it going to be 203, 205, 206, or 207, indicating the level of playing? And then you also need to be selecting AMO 203, 205, 206, or 207. Again, we recommend you talk to your strings teacher to determine what would probably at this point in time be the best option. Things could change between now and June, but they tend to stay pretty consistent. If you're doing both AP and strings, then you need to check off both column AP and strings column. Now, when a student looks at this and they say, wow, I'm taking French, I'm taking careers in civics, that only leaves me two options, and then I have strings. Some of our students like to take one of their courses in summer school so that then have an optional course that they can add at Central Peel. The most common optional course taken at summer school is civics and careers. So that could be an option for a AP and string student to pick up an additional optional course. If you are planning to take summer school, and again, summer school is available to any grade 9 student going into grade 10, then I ask you a question. So if you know without a doubt you're going to take summer school and you're going to sign up in late February, early March, then we ask you not to select the course you're planning to take in summer school for Central Peel. Instead, select the optional course you would like to take. So the example I cite here is you're going to take civics and careers at summer school, then do not select civics and careers here. And instead, this example is a student wants to take drama instead, they're going to put that course in its place. Keep in mind, if you put in civics and careers knowing you're going to take it in summer school, then you may not be able to get into the optional course that you really wanted. So try and plan as best you can now. So things you need to think about for grade 10. Which course type? So of course, these are reminders. Think about your own commitment to your academic success. You may want to talk to your teachers for recommendations. The achievement you've had so far in your courses. What is your area of interest or learning style? Because we know some students will choose a certain level for one type of course and a different level for another because of their interest or their learning style, what they tend to be drawn to and be most successful in. And you may want to consider those possible destinations and requirements. So that's that research that you could do for Ontario colleges, universities, or apprenticeship. And keep in mind, there are prerequisites. However, moving from grade 9 to 10, most of the courses are pretty open and prerequisites are not going to be a problem for you. The one that will be is a student who wants to move from applied math to academic math. If that is your plan, then the prerequisite for grade 10 academic math is grade 9 academic math. And in that case, the student will have to go and take the grade 9 academic math before taking grade 10. So if you're thinking about changing paths, think about, did you struggle with some courses or are you struggling with certain courses? You can choose the applied or locally developed for grade 10. If you're thinking about moving from applied to academic, we recommend you email your guidance counselor just to let them know and make sure that you have everything in place to be successful for moving to applied to the academic. So here's the chart, and I do show this because this shows the grade 9 to 10 math. So a student can move from applied math to applied math or to locally developed math, called essentials. A student can move from academic math to applied math or to academic math. However, a student cannot move directly from applied math to academic math, and that is why I said earlier you're going to have to take the academic math in order to take the grade 10 academic math. So course selection is a process. It's not something that has to be done one day and completed in one day. You can go into my blueprint, do some planning, and come back to it later. Check out all the courses that Central Peel offers. But once you hit submit, then it is submitted and you cannot change it. The submit button will be active from today until January 25th only. So just a reminder how to get to your My Blueprint, go to your BYOD page, find My Blueprint, start at the top here and click on that. Then you're going to click on High School and it will look something like this. Now, I show grade 10 is in blue. That means this is the column that is going to be submitted. When you ultimately hit submit, it will be this column. However, you can go ahead and plan grade 11 and 12. So plan ahead. These courses will not be submitted when you hit submit, only this blue column. And I do make a note here. When you put in your civics here and you put in your careers here, all of a sudden an additional course spot will pop up at the bottom. Because again, I mentioned earlier, these are half a credit each. So this will be 1 credit, 2 credit, 3 credit, 4 credit. This is half and half, that's 5 credit, 6, 7, and like I said, after you put in your civics and careers for half credit each, another column will pop up to choose your 8th course. If you choose a course and then you leave and you come back and you want to change your mind, it is possible to do that. Just click on the 3 dots and you'll get these options. Once you are satisfied with your course selection, so this is an example, someone who's hit submit, and this is the next page you see. You can see all the courses the student has chosen. Then you're going to be prompted to select or hit submit course selection. New this year, it will pop up, by the way, if there's any issues. You see this student has no issues, but if there's a prerequisite issue, it will be in red. You can still submit, but it just will identify there's a concern. You will be prompted to enter your parent guardian email so that they can approve your course selection. This is a new feature with My Blueprint this year. Make sure you do enter a valid parent guardian email. We will, as counselors, be able to see that your parent has approved your course selection, and it's an important step in the process. You will be prompted to print a sign-off sheet. This is what the sign-off sheet would look like, and it is a great little resource. You may want to print it off and keep it for your records, but at this point in time, we are not requiring you to sign it and submit it. It's just simply for your records. So we want you to choose wisely. We want you to talk to your parents, maybe get some advice from your teachers, read the course descriptions. In particular, in My Blueprint, when you click on the course, it will give you a solid description. And sometimes there's a guidance message at the bottom, which gives you even more information. If you have trouble accessing, please make sure you let your guidance counselor know. Make sure you can access the account. If not, contact your counselor by email. January 25th is the deadline, and we are familiar with waitlists. Waitlists for next year courses will tend to be based on when you selected your courses. So it is important to be timely and submit your courses, but really there's no rush. As long as you're hitting the January 25th deadline, you generally are pretty good. So just some final reminders. Apply online. You have to go through the BYOD resource page to myblueprint.ca. You must select a minimum of 8 courses. It will not allow you to select with only 7. Make sure you have the proper prerequisites, and remember the site is open until January 25th. After today, an information sheet will be emailed to all grade 9 students. It will outline all the compulsory courses for grade 10s, including the strings and AP, and it will list the subject areas available for optional courses. This is something you can explore through My Blueprint, but students sometimes tell us they like to have a handy list to look at. So we wanted to address some questions that often come up. So the first one is, where can I volunteer if most places are closed at this time? So Peel has posted some virtual opportunities on their job board, and it's also on our Guidance Google Classroom under the topic Volunteer. However, you may wish to hold off and wait until you see what the future is for volunteer hours. It would be great if you started, but don't feel the pressure if you're not comfortable. How many courses can I take in summer school? When is it? Is it at Central Peel? And when do we register? So a student is only permitted to take up to 1 full credit in summer school. Therefore, civics and careers both have courses equal to 1 credit. And all the other courses that you could possibly select are 1 credit as well. So summer school runs the month of July, and last year it was a virtual option and could very well be another virtual option this year. It has not traditionally been at Central Peel, occasionally, but generally, if it is being held in schools, Central Peel is not one of the central locations. And you will have the opportunity to register for summer school at the end of February or beginning of March. So put it in your calendar for the beginning of March. And the last thing I wanted to address is, what if you do have to make a change? What if you made your plan and come quadrimester 3, you're in your courses and you're just not sure about your plan? We will give you the opportunity at the end of February, beginning of March, to reconsider your options. And what that means is we usually use a verification letter. Something will come to you listing the courses that you selected, and then you can choose to change any or all of those courses. However, we do ask you to plan as well as you can at this point in time, because we do make some early decisions about canceling courses based on your decisions of January 25th. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation, and have a good day.